huge game, obviously. You brought up the fact that if Guardian gets that AWP out early, then it's just going to be this weird, like, Olaf is just going to get shut down. These train lanes, you know, Guardian out here with so much cover, so much mobility as well, he can have a really tough time with that. I think Navi's going to take this as well.
You think Navi?
It worries me that Fnatic gets bogged down on their T-sides at times, like that Mirage T-side they couldn't figure it out, even on Inferno. These more heavily CT-sided maps, Fnatic seems to really, I mean, with how good they are, they just seem at times that they strategically don't have the ability to adapt and fix things that aren't working.
Yeah, that's, I mean, all the pressure is on Flusha basically to be coming up with this kind of, these minute adjustments, and that was essentially what made Pronax famous at the time. His ability to adapt on the fly based off the information given to him by his teammates. And I know that it's going to drive Flusha crazy that we constantly compare him to Pronax, but Pronax is one of the best in-game leaders CSGO's ever had. He won 3 majors. He took, well, Flusha and JW, who were nobodies at the time, and made them major championship winning teams. Or made them a major championship winning team. So yes, of course we're going to constantly compare him to Pronax, because Pronax was just that good.
You've got to know, taking that rollover from him, that you know, you're stepping into some massive shoes in terms of in-game leading for Fnatic.
These are like tree-sized, like clogs, you know?
Redwoods.
Really big, yeah, exactly.
It's not unreasonable. I think that's fair enough. Do you guys want to continue to make comparisons with shoes? We could do that for a little bit if you want.
I think we're good, dude. Just had to get it out of our system, right? You know, now when we get into the game, it'll be really serious, yeah.
I think we should go back to play.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, and good evening, or afternoon, depending on wwhere you're watching from. Might be morning if you're in Australia, but we're about to get into the 4th map of this grand final.
If you're going to do it from White, can we at least do Bruce Buffer?
I can't even come close. No. It's time!
That would be sick. We need
Fighting out of the yellow corner! Yeah, the terrorists, Fnatic. And then Navi on the CT side.
Guy's a legend, man.
Dude.
It's going to be Navi on the CT side. It's going to be Fnatic on the terrorist side. And we do have the 4th map here, the grand finals of the ESL Pro League. And we'll see if Navi can stand up. If they lose this map, they're out of it. Right now, Fnatic have a 2 maps to 1, so they only need 3. Guardian, a couple of blind shots through, dodging right between the 2 Fnatic members, pushing in on Ivy. Su's trying to fall back here and look for the shot. He hasn't reloaded yet, and Edward gonna take him down as Guardian falls as well. Oh no.
Yeah, disaster time, but this is actually a ruse. This is a pinch into that B bomb site, and they have the B site for free. Flamey's the only one here. Look at how advanced Fnatic is. These positions are gonna be so hard to clear out.
Yeah, and Edward's already pushed in here. A ruse, yes, he sacked Zeus to make Fnatic more comfortable. Flamey is there to take out Olaf Meister, and it's a 2-on-2 retake. Flamey has the kit as well. And look at this, Edward, he knows that a backstab is here. And can he actually get the shot in? It's just him alone. Now he's lost his teammate. Flusha made sure of that, and Dennis with the fadeaway headshot on him. So, despite Edward's best efforts at mind games and getting headshots, teammates and enemies alike, it just didn't work out.
That's brutal. Actually, Navi almost made that retake happen. They got much more progress on that inner site than I thought they would in that 2-on-4 situation with Fnatic so pushed up. And that was so well executed from Fnatic as well. Guardian takes a couple of those shots through the smoke just to see if we can get anything lucky. And Fnatic's like, all right, he took 3 shots and we hear him falling away. Let's just go for it.
Yeah, some of that instinctive play on the Fnatic players that we really do like. I mean, we coined the term the Fnatic hive mind, right? And that seems to come and play every once in a while still. Now look at this push. Right through the Molotov, going to be walking in. Flamey there with the Max 7, and Edward, long-range headshot with a Deagle, getting a little bit back as JW went down to that. Krim's going to get a kill, but now he goes down, and the bomb is dropped up there as well. It's now a 2-on-3, and Fnatic, they can't afford to give up this round.
What a good read from Navi. They stacked that bomb site. They heard that coming from a mile away, so great. Oh my god, Guardian. He just drops it again.
And they're shouting in return. They're getting fired up, and that was Dennis finally getting a bit of his own medicine as well. There's some small amount of justice in the universe, it seems.
Yeah, and you want, you want Guardian, to feel comfortable. I was almost going to think, just hold on to the Deeg again, Guardian, then get the op in the next round, and then, everything's hunky-dory in the world. But he's just going to go straight up to that M4A1. He doesn't want to leave any weakness here for Fnatic to exploit. Fnatic going for a hard buy on their side. Yep, straight force from them. Deagles, and well, Dennis, he's got one. So let's see. Can he return the favor? He's looking, and oh, there it is. He takes out C's. What is this? Finally, Zeus is able to take him out, but Dennis is just so scary.
And one pick on a map like this at this outer bomb site, all of a sudden there's 3 choke points out here for the counter-terrorists to worry about it. So all of a sudden it isolates so many of the defenders. It can be such a weird spot to handle, and Fnatic, they don't push out or anything and try and take advantage of it quite yet, but that one pick, even just one more, can just be so scary.
This is a point that actually Sean was bringing up yesterday about Train, exactly what you just said, the fact that suddenly you've got a lot of angles to cover and maybe lacking the personnel out there. Flamey on this side, though, does look like he's going to have a bit of action coming his way, and he has no grenades to stop them with, so actually nobody on NaVi do right now, so that's definitely a bit of an issue. The smoke, though, he's going to be able to look over it, spots the first guy going in, still 40 seconds left here, and he's got a bit of backup as well, but Flusher with a stunning headshot from the Deagle, and this could get out of control here.
Yeah, this is where it gets really scary. Olafmeister is not removed by Edward either. Instead, it's Flusha finding Zeus. Edward is rotated to back trains, and that bomb is actually heading out to the A site because JW's managed to infiltrate Link. Now he's actually cut NaVi off from the A site. There's no way for them to get in here. Olafmeister has, well, fallen to Edward eventually, but then JW's here with the Swag 7, and we all know how good he is with that gun. Edward is gone, and it's all on Guardian now with that M4A1. 1v3, no kit, not a lot of time to find 3 players on such a big bomb site, especially when JW is actually looking for the backstab.
Yeah, it's not worth it. I think Guardian realizes as much, so gonna have to try and hide with the M4 here. Big swing back from Fnatic. Just like we started out with on Inferno, where they ended up trading so many rounds. This time it looks like it's gonna be a similar story.
I'm worried when I look over at Dennis, and he's just waiting for me to look, and he just gives me the thumbs up. He's like, yeah, you know it. You know it, boy.
Damn.
Oh, no.
It's... Like, what do you say when Fnatic does things like that? Like, even if you're on NaVi, though, you're like, all right, you're trying to figure out what just happened, like what adjustment you can make to ensure that doesn't happen again. These shots were just ridiculous. But I mean, what do you say if you're one of these C's, anyone on the inner bomb site flush with those 2 Deagles, 1 through smoke? You're just like, yeah, they just killed me. They didn't do anything except just shoot me in the head with a Deagle.
Yeah, right? I mean, it's, you know, Aldo's still saying that. So, Edward, Zeus, 2 M4s. It is, again, the force buy out of NaVi. Well, they are going really aggressive here, NaVi. They know that they don't have a whole lot of nades. They need to get an advantage early. They need to find some kind of opening. But Dennis, he's going to wreck Zeus. Long range. Zeus tried to push through, and now Guardian's going to do the same. And Guardian, they're still waiting for you. Olafmeister, lying in the cut. He takes him out, and now this is completely falling apart here for NaVi.
That was very optimistic, and Zeus had the only other M4 that they had, so they really needed that rifle. A bit of a shame there for NaVi, really. Edward going to go down as well. That was the other M4. So now all they've got left is a couple of pistols here on Flamey and C's. So, I mean, damage done is still valuable, but I don't think the round is going to be salvaged based on this. Let's pick up from us here. Long-range spray. Can he just connect and do some damage? That would be, again, a couple of kills here would still help NaVi.
That would be just lovely, but it's not like they're going to get it. Oh, no. I thought for a moment there Flamey would connect with the CZ75 spray, but just didn't happen. And JW finds Sinister was holding on to the FAMAS. All 5 players survive for Fnatic. And, yeah, this is starting to get into the danger zone because there's just not enough money here for it to be realistic for NaVi to go for a force. Yeah, they shouldn't do it.
I was just about to say this is going to start getting scary even just moving forward for NaVi because the whole thing is you need to get those big guns out. You need all the utility, and if you don't have your economy settled, Fnatic all of a sudden going to be up at, you know, more than likely 4 rounds, potentially even a 5th. Like, and then all of a sudden Fnatic has all the rounds they need for the half, basically.
Yeah, I mean, 2 rounds in a row, 3. They should be able to get a decent enough buyout, but still, it's far from ideal, very far from ideal. Flamey did peek into Pop Dog to get some info. Nobody was there waiting for him, and now they're all just going to rotate over to this inner site. Wow, NaVi going for the big plays here. Zeus just charging straight up into Brown Halls. Fnatic, it seems like they realize this. They heard the steps, and they're going to swarm onto the A side, get that bomb out there as quickly as possible, and Crims is left alone here to hold the back line, and he gets a double spray, making it look easy.
Wow. Well, I mean, in a fashion, they got down the ladder. Just, I don't think that was the result they were expecting. They ended up at the bottom of it anyway.
Yeah. So the end goal was accomplished.
Exactly. All right, tough beginning here for the NaVi team as we're at a 4-1 scoreline. And NaVi, they've picked up rifles this time around. It's not ideal. They've got no Molotovs. They've got no kit and no AWP. So this is not like a perfect buy. I'd like to see someone play close to the T entrance here, where you can see, and actually already Fnatic making the way out. Edward's the closest one by, but I'd like them to be a train on over, kind of like we see Cajun or Kerrigan doing on the TSM team. Su's going to pick up the first kill there on Olive, and that is a big start for them. They need to do more nice grenade to chase them back, but Crims running, just charging, controlling the bomb site, getting a second kill. It shouldn't be this easy. Edward going down as well. Fnatic just looking unstoppable right now.
This is textbook Fnatic. Chaos, Anders, chaos. That's what they thrive
Climbing that ladder.
And it's just, you know, when Fnatic are on the server, chaos reigns. And if you get that reference, it points to you. So, I mean, this is yeah, just going to fall apart. Guardian is going to be in a 1v3. Crims is fairly low. He's only on 3 HP, but in a 1v3 like this, and Dennis still alive, kicking, waiting to just keep him off that bomb. They've got him sandwiched in as well. He does manage to battle past one, gets a second. He's making it expensive for Fnatic at least. There is that, and now Dennis gives away his position with that flash. So Guardian can watch his back, but there's just not going to be enough time for the Swede to hunt him down. And at least a very, very small, slight victory there for Na'Vi.
That had to have been some kind of scouting from Fnatic, where Crims just very aggressively just comes through box halls and comes out upper alone, because we saw against TQM, Flemmy plays that inner bomb site alone for like the first 15 seconds or so, 15 to 20 seconds of the round before someone rotates back. And especially with Olaf making that distraction out there, they know he's going to be isolated, because Navi's got to, you know, be honest to the potential for an outside hit. So now their only real option, Guardian still has the M4, but they've got to save until he can get it off.
Him and Seized.
5-1, nice opening frags here. Guardian and Seized bringing it back. This would be such a huge round to have an upset in. Fnatic should be winning it. I mean, it's just a 1M4 here and a bunch of pistols with no armor on. So it should really go the way of the Swedes, but Seized picking up another shot on Olafmeister. Now they're playing a 4 versus 2. Flusher and JW still have health, and JW gonna get the 1 kill in sprays, but Guardian gonna win the fight, and now bomb is down in front of me. 1 on 3 from Flusher, sprays and connects with 1, goes for a second here, knows where Guardian is, and well, 1 bullet almost might do it here. Edward ready for the flank as well.
He's the security, he's the insurance. If Guardian is the bait right now. Exactly, and now Edward's going to be pushing in behind him. Not sure if Flush will realize that. He's got the bomb. He's looking for Edward. He might find him. Edward just very low, and he is going to get the 180 shot. The facepalm coming in from Zeus. He knew how that important was. And now Guardian with 25 HP is the last man alive here for Na'Vi. Somehow Flush has battled his way out of there. He's got 3 frags to his name, and he's going to get onto the inner site before Guardian can get through to Link. Just barely making it onto the train, even going for the challenge. Flush.
Well, he's got the health for it. Grenade not going to connect. What a ridiculous clutch. 1 versus 3, and Flusher picks it up. He puts up a smoke on the bomb and does what, like a 360 spin out of it. Just look at this nonsense. Somehow manages to get the kill on Edward.
Oh, Edward. That is going to haunt him.
That should be illegal.
Yeah, that's going to haunt him. He had him dead to rights.
Analyze it for us, Moses.
Yeah. What happened there, Moses?
Flusher is just an animal in those situations.
JW's picked up a neck. Oh, no. Well, the M249 at least.
Wait. Stay away from the ladders, JW.
Yeah.
There's another Swede who's now famous for buying a Negev and falling off the ladder and killing himself. Don't do it, JW.
Dear Lord. Fnatic are having the time of their lives. But here's the thing, once you hear this Negev go off, you've got to know that the other team is having too much of a good time.
Too far?
That's a massive mistake on Crimson. Oh, the disrespect.
There's $100,000 on the line here, by the way. I mean, this is no joke. Except if you're on Fnatic right now. Oh God, this is not how Na'Vi had envisioned this map to go. Olaf with a quick reply there, Seized, he did get 1 kill, and he actually hits that next shot as well on Flush. A very impressive flick coming out of Seized here. It's still a 2-on-3, Guardian picking up JW, the Negev officially out of the round, and Dennis here, close range, gonna get shot down by Edward. Bomb has been planted. Olafmeister trapped behind the bomb train here, and he doesn't make it out either. Nice round from Seized.
Fantastic.
Yeah, he had to hit those 3 kills, because retaking that site with 3 AWPs would have just been so harsh. But at least they got the Negev kill.
No, it wasn't wrong by. That's an expensive mistake. That is a very expensive mistake. Crims is down to 2,000 after
Well,
that.
you say that, but JW is the one who made the mistake, and he still had his $11,000.
No, it was Crims.
It was Crims,
It was
yeah.
Crims' gun, yeah. So I mean, yeah, that's where Crims' money is gone too. JW's still sitting on 7 grand, 2 grand on Dennis, 4.5 on Flusha. So I mean, that's a couple of AKs right there that you could have in the bank if you need them. That's just gone to waste.
Yeah, and that's just going to help. I mean, NaVi out. Now they have their double up setup out. They're able to pull that round off and keep both of them, which is the big thing.
Well, bomb still waiting back for a little bit. A lot of smokes going into this bomb side though. Seized looking to try and see if he can find one more opening. And nice to have a bit of control with the orb outside, but Olofmeister's already cleared out Zeus now. Edward gonna get a refrag, could get a second one. Olaf is very low on health right now, so single bullet here is definitely gonna do the job. Pushing up with the AK and trying to reload in this corner. Look how aggressive Fnatic are playing. They're just so fast outside right now. Olaf gonna go down. Nice headshot from Seized. And another one right through the smoke. Seized is really coming alive now. He's gonna get the next as well for a triple. And that is gonna make it a round for NaVi. Not the guy I would normally look for to sort of bring NaVi back in the game, but this is impressive.
Yeah, especially with an AWP. But these last 2 rounds that have been so good. 3 kills in both of them. And now, I mean, that's the thing. These ops, if Fnatic's going to keep just this fast play style, these smokes have to be a little bit better. And, you know, this is what we brought up before it even started. Once the ops come out for Season Guardian, like Olaf, when he's trying to come out and push down these train lanes and be hyper-aggressive, it's going to be so hard for him to find success.
Yeah, you see him getting bogged down, and then it opens up space for Edward to maneuver. And it really gets tricky for Fnatic. They just have to hit shots, and right now, it's NaVi who are hitting the harder ones. Olaf is now waiting over by alley, so he's decided to change up his strategy. Rather than going out through team main, he's looking to see if he can't find some kind of opening here to exploit. Although both Zeus and Guardian are ready and waiting for him, so if he goes charging through there, it's going to be nasty.
Good flash to cross. It's going to force Cease to fall back a little bit so he doesn't get flanked from upper.
It also forces NaVi to have 2 players at the center bomb site now. They can't rotate one off. They had one there to begin with, but now they can't leave. So if Fnatic chooses to go back outside, only going to be 3 members there.
Guardian's got the read, though. He's already in link. So he's kind of hanging around. Nope, there's the smoke. Right, instant rotate from Guardian. He's going to be able to get over here fairly quickly. Manages to make his way out and get up on that train. So now he has a line that he can exploit. There is Flamey holding close as well, but it's Seized to land the first frag to put a kink in things here for Fnatic. Guardian there, taking out Crimson. Now he's got the cross. This is where they get bogged down, Fnatic. This is where they get crushed. JW will be able to pick up 1 kill back onto Edward, but it's still a 1v3. And with only 20 seconds left, he really doesn't have much time to maneuver with. Although getting kills works just fine.
15 seconds, you are right though. Time is the really big factor here. 13, he can, no, is he going to really fake it to go back inside? He's still trying to win this round. He's got the bomb out, trying to run onto the side here, and he's not going to make the cross. That was interesting. Guardian going to shut it down. Seized though again with another double kill, and also the Molotov that he puts into the sidewalk there is super powerful. Very, very heads-up play from his point of view.
That's why it's so critical that Fnatic got their 6 rounds this early, because now that we have the double ops, now that we have the money for the Molotovs and everything, Fnatic has to be able to throw smokes. They have to execute, because these ops are just going to tear them apart otherwise. So once those smokes come out, it's just a clear sign. NaVi, just chuck your Molotovs in the choke point. Either they're going to run through them and take a lot of damage, or they're going to have to take a different avenue, a different route.
That's an interesting development right there. Flusha with the nicely timed flash to be able to get across. He's not able to hit that shot. But this might become apparent now that it is just going to be straight pistols. Although, when Dennis is on the server, anything is possible. Flusha trying to draw attention over here towards the inner site. He's going to get picked off by Flamey, and that should be enough here for NaVi to know that it's time to secure that outer site. Seized in link already, and Guardian just changing it up to try and get eyes out. Yeah, exactly, out on the yard. Nice kill from him.
Olaf picking up the 1 and the double as well, making it at least a bit expensive here for the NaVi team. He's even stolen the rifle, and he takes a 3rd. Surely this madness has to come to an end. The bomb is out of the courtyard, so they know that NaVi. They've got eyes on it, and they should be able to defend it properly. If they lose a 1v5 to Olofmeister, I'm done.
Exactly. This is exactly what I'm thinking. Is Flamey holding in Pop Dog right now, below Pop?
Olaf?
Yeah, he must be.
He heard it.
He must be, yeah. Flamey holds it. Yeah, now he knows. This is just going to end poorly here. Boom. Nicely done there by Flamey, keeping his cool. But Olaf, yeah. I mean, you run back to team A and it's too obvious, so he was really trying to go like the next step. And unfortunately, Flamey just happened to be sitting right there waiting for him.
And that also means they save both the AWPs, I think. So they've got the double up set up. 5-6 here as we move into the 12th round. Moses, if this finishes 9-6, I mean, is that a competitive scoreline for NaVi? Could they stay in the game like that?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, their T side was incredible yesterday. So, or the other day, yeah, we saw it last. It was very, very good T side. But here's the thing. I mean, those kills by Olaf, he doesn't win that round, but they're so crucial. The money on NaVi is just, there's like 2 or 3 players that are below $500. It's like insane. Yeah, C's has 600, Zeus 50, Flamey 450. Like the money, and Fnatic's isn't very good either. But this is just, they've now put him at a situation where if they reset this economy, Fnatic, then NaVi is going to have a terrible half. And this pop flash isn't going to work out for Zeus. He gets dropped by JW.
You gotta wonder why a teammate couldn't set that up for him, right? Because they all have, like, if Flamey's up here, he could have put it down there. Anybody but himself, and JW would have been blind for a couple of seconds. That would have been it. So, yeah, but he does drop him low, but it might not have been enough here. Fnatic with the bomb still up in brown holes, they got plenty of time to wait.
This is a cool change by Fnatic, though, to sit around and be very passive. They've been very aggressive this whole half, and it's almost like Navi's like, all right, that push by Zeus is like, all right, got to find some intel.
Yep, that's a bit much there, Seized. There's the bait shot. He goes for the peek. He tries to get aggressive and shut things down. It's not going to work. Dennis is going to be able to rotate over to that bomb very quickly now. And Flush has already got the angle on Flamey. So it comes down to saving at this point. Edward gets lucky, manages to catch out JW by T-Main. But Olafmeister's on the hunt. He's looking for the shot. He misses the flick on Guardian. Way too close. But now Crims is out there. They know exactly what's going on, Fnatic. If they can get these rifles off of NaVi, it's going to be a nightmare for the CIS team to come back in this half.
Yeah, this is a very bad spot to be in here. Edward, close to the angle. Flusher on the other side as well. What's the timing going to be like? Flusher turning his back right now, but still waiting. Guardian and Edward, they're in a very risky positions here. It's going to be a good click and a second one as well. Good job from Guardian here. Very, very important frags going into it, and it looks like they're both going to be able to spot. Oh, no! Edward did go down in the last seconds of that round. Flusher getting the kill. And they saved the AWP, yes, but that is actually a big impact.
What do they do with it is the question. I mean, the Guardian can actually, you know, drop some weapons over, so they could try and, you know, come up with something tricky, something sneaky, but they're not going to. They're just going to play it conservatively. And Guardian with this ult pushing up inner, and he's going to have to come up with something. Get an opening 2 picks, maybe try and bog Fnatic down in an outside hit late on when they have an advantage of manpower.
Yeah, Flusher just trying to bait a reaction out here. Checking to see if Seized, again, was holding at the back of brown halls. And now he has to wonder exactly where Guardian is going to be taking up that position. And he finally goes for it behind a flash. So Fnatic at least making some noise over here, making sure that NaVi have to stay honest. Oh. No. Wow, Olaf. Sucks for him that we were watching. You know, if we weren't around, we'd just be like, ah, well, maybe he's just messed up a smoke or something.
He silvered it.
He coined it. Coined that.
Well, Olaf not afraid. Just going to pretend like that was intentional and play the edge of the smoke that failed. Nicely played off, Olaf. Just brush it off like that.
It's all part of the plan.
No one's going to notice. We noticed, Olaf. We know what you're doing. Zeus is hiding in the corner right in front of him, so a bit of an unintentional standoff here. Patience battle. 35 seconds left, though. The bomb is all the way across the map, so Olaf just playing very much alone here. Normally, if you're playing alone, you probably wouldn't be playing with the AWP, so if they do hear a shot, if Zeus goes down here, if I was on the NaVi side, I'd be thinking, oh, okay, well, he just executes him. That's another way of doing it. I'd probably be thinking, if the AWP is there, then the rest of the push is going to be coming as well, and indeed, they are going to wrap around back to the A-bomb site. Guardian in the back lines here goes down to Olaf. Smooth entrance from him. It is a bit scary pushing it alone like that with the AWP. He's going to go for more pistol action, executes more players. Olaf actually gets stolen last kill there by Dennis, but I mean, what an entrance from him.
Looked like that nade that Olaf threw was to blow the off away from anyone who might also be there, trying to blow it back towards them to prevent. I mean, that's just a small little detailed, smart play though. But I would have liked to, I mean, this is the thing, I would have preferred for Guardian. He has the money, obviously, to get another AWP, but I would have liked for them to just, you know, use those 4 minutes cover. Just save that op into the next round because you're beat up economically. If he doesn't have to buy that, Zeus has an M4. He has also got full utility more than likely. I mean, look at the nades they have. They have 2 smokes and a flashbang and 1 kit on Guardian. This is a very, very scary buy.
Yeah, this is an all or nothing Hail Mary buy. You just have to dunk it home, I mean, and hope that you manage to win the picks here because you don't really have many nades to work with.
Oh, I think you're going to fake it on the...
Yeah, full fake and straight onto the inner sight, and Flamey's going to be the only man here.
Look how far away he is as well. He can't do... Oh my god, he pulls back and gets one. Almost sprays down a second.
Crims on 1 health as well. If they could just, again, the utility, they have no grenades to put in there. Otherwise, Crims is probably going to be gone. Now is the 14th round. They have to just run away. Fnatic coming away now with 9 rounds on the terrorist side of the train. It's not unheard of, but it is a really powerful scoreline so far. And NaVi just coming up with very, very few answers. It's not like they haven't tried different things either. They've gone for the aggressive push of Ivy. That got shut down quick. And look at Flusher even doing more damage here.
Yeah, that's the odd. If Fnatic can find this one out, there's still plenty of time in this bomb timer for this hunt to be successful. This is Dennis. Oh, yeah. Did he spot it? No, he does now. He knows exactly where he is. So trying to take one more gun, and he's going to get it. And on the other side, Zeus is going to just hide, and he keeps the AWP. So the silver lining. But still, I mean, now it's got to be all buys. And this is the last round, so it is going to be a buy. But look, 2 shotguns.
And a single M4 on the AWP, and then a dig on Edward. We haven't really seen much dig action from Edward since that Inferno round, so let's see if he can come up with something here. 15th round, last round of the half. And Fnatic, well, they aren't going to do anything too crazy, although Olafmeister and JW once again waiting for the pick, waiting for the push, and Guardian's right at the edge here. Aggressive hold from him and Ali. But they aren't going to be challenging him. Instead, it's going to be Crims taking out Seized. That was in Pop Dog.
Guardian is alone. I mean, once he gets the shot, what is he going to do afterwards? If the other player pushes through on him, that's going to make things a little bit awkward. Flash on through. Guardian missing the shot. Now he's trapped behind here. No, it seemed like there was no plan B there.
It was just win out, basically. Get all the kills. Die trying. And, well, leave your team in the lurch because now there's no support. Edward gets taken out. And Zeus is going to try and poke out here from Link. He's got the M4A1, but there isn't a whole lot of hope for him here. He does start off strong by picking up the first headshot, but then he runs right into JW. Gives him a big Compton hug, and then that's it. 5-10.
Fnatic just dominated the latter stages of that half. They had complete economic control to end that out. And that's the thing. There was a little bit of a run with Na'Vi when they had the double op setup. And then Fnatic, once they figured out how to beat it, it was just, there was no more that Na'Vi could do. They didn't have the money from then on out to have any kind of good buy. They ran out of, the Molotovs that were so effective for them, the smokes that were so effective, and the double op setup, they could only have 1 for like the last 5 rounds. Wow. 10-5 finish. I mean, the start they had as well took a long time for Na'Vi to get into it. They had obviously the AWP for a while, but I mean, it was never like really, they didn't have like back-to-back double or buys or anything like that. Definitely a really, really tough first half here. They're a whole map down. We mentioned that Olaf had to have a really, really good map. He's at 114 ADR, so, over a kill per round. I mean, that's all you really need on that. And yeah, that's all you really need on some of these executions. Just 1 kill on that outer bomb site. If they get the right kill on the inner bomb site, all of a sudden the rotations are just so difficult to pull off, and the retake just becomes that much more unlikely. And now all Fnatic do is have to, which they haven't really, have strong defense, and they've been good at that throughout this tournament.
Well, here we go. It's the 4th map. It's the second half. It's 10-5 in favor of Fnatic, who've also won the 2 first maps. They lost the 3rd one. That still means they're just a single map away. And if they win this pistol round, I don't know how NaVi are going to get back into it. The terrorist side here, they've got to make this connect. Flusher. Actually, it's Crims with the mid-air shot on Guardian. He goes down. JW with another kill. They're trying to get it closer. Flusher still alive somehow. And all of picking up 1. It's all down to Flamey, and that turned out to be a bit of firing range there at the end. They just shut him down. 11-5. Fnatic now 5 rounds away from winning yet another final.
Yeah, Flusher just running backwards virtually that entire round. He just backpedaled and take shots away. And it just, if Na'Vi, they took so long and they were so concentrated on that kill to not get it. And then once the rotations come in, they're out of position, they're out of bullets, and plenty of Fnatic members to clean things up. And 11-5, and Na'Vi knows they've got to go right back into it, so they have the armor, they have the Tech 9s.
Yeah. It helps to have that stack on the B side as well. Accurate read coming out from Fnatic, having all that defense stacked up and ready, and it's just more of a YOLO play coming out here from Na'Vi. Zeus will best JW, that's at back alley. There's still 4 players alive here for Fnatic. They have all the rifles necessary as well to deal with this push, and everybody's so very low. Big spray coming out here. Dennis and Olafmeister picking up 2. And while there's a 3rd as well, it's just Dennis. That combo, man, between the 2 of them. Flusher's going to get caught by Flamey, though, so that's a nice little pull, nice little surprise there. But the bomb is actually over on the B side, and it's going to come down now to a retake scenario.
Not a lot of health left on NaVi. I think that's the big worry right now. If they show themselves for any kind of fight, this is going to get really ugly. Seized taking a little bit off of Olofmeister and flanking in behind is Flamey. What a nice shot from Seized. Perfect timing, and Flamey just shows himself. That's perfect. But Seized goes down, and I wish they could have just both stayed alive then, because as soon as Flamey shows himself, Dennis is constantly going to be worried about what's behind him. Picking up the defuse kit here, throwing out a bit of a grenade, and just going to try and stick it here. Flamey up top and plays it wonderfully. Big double kill for him. Very nicely played for NaVi in this round.
NaVi just came back from the dead in this round. Like, that was...
What was that?
An incredible round win that they had. And if they don't win that, they're just out of it.
Yeah, the game is pretty much over. Now they have a shot, at least.
They open a little bit of... They give themselves a window of opportunity now to kind of capitalize on this, but of course it's Fnatic. They don't buy armor.
Whoa.
They do buy into this round.
Right? What is this? Fnatic don't go for the force buy. They're not willing to get into that tussle. Interesting choice. They really do want to shut this out, Fnatic. They don't want to take any unnecessary risks. And so now, well, it means that they get to save in this round. Edward's going to find Olofmeister. So there's the start. That was over in Pop Dog. So Edward's like, this is my turf. Get out. And this means that Olof, I mean, there's a real option here. Like, you could have, like, JW Olof, like, the combination double op play for Fnatic fairly quickly if they save and maybe get a kill or two here on NaVi.
I mean, Dennis is no deagle. It's definitely an upside here.
Positive, yeah.
JW also going down to Flamey. 5 versus 3 at the moment, and now we're just really slowly approaching this. They're obviously made their way into the A bomb site here, so just looks like a confident, cool round from NaVi. No big mistakes, no big slip-ups. Not really giving Fnatic much of a chance either, and that's what they need here. 7-4. Looks to be a likely scoreline, and I mean, this is still winnable. It's not done yet.
Yeah, no, it absolutely is. And it comes down, I mean, that's kind of the scary thing, though, is it just comes down to NaVi has to do exactly to Fnatic what they just had done to them, which is they have to control the money this entire half to make this comeback. To get 11 rounds in your T side, very, very difficult. It's going to be slow-paced as well. Okay. Well, this is a bad start, losing 2 kills there right at the end, but... You know, not the worst thing in the world as they don't drop any more after that, but got a little bit scary there.
Still succeed in saving 3 AKs. One of the Galils was lost. I believe that was on Guardian. Now it's a question of what Guardian wants to go for in this round. If he has the money to go for an AWP in the next, it's going to be cutting it real close. Zeus might be able to drop him if they win.
3 grenades, 4 grenades.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah, trying to see if they can get some easy grenades killed maybe outside here.
I like the double eco play here from Fnatic as well. They really are just going to stick it and try and make sure that they have all the money necessary for the first buy round. Because if they shut NaVi out in that first buy round, I mean, NaVi don't exactly have mountains of cash to work with here. So let's see.
Oh no, they're bringing the grenades back to B.
Kaboom.
If not, alright, they already heard of the first one. I was gonna say if they wait for NaVi to get down to the bomb train and try and put the bomb down. I mean, it's not uncommon for a lot of players to try and congregate around that bomb plant just to try and defend whoever is there. That could be a bit tricky.
Yeah, that one nade that was thrown, though, seemed to kind of scare NaVi off of it. They've rotated some players back. They've slowed things down. The bomb is still dropped towards the inner site, but it looks like they kind of want to feel some things out, see if there's any kind of pushes, because they gave up all their map control. They had all their players in the white halls and in the box halls, so they want to go make sure that Olofmeister isn't doing some kind of crazy push and trying to wrap behind him, and now they're going to come from T connector, it looks like.
Yeah, this is standard as far as NaVi are concerned. So, default play for them. A nice shot there by Flusher. He actually catches out Guardian. Guardian only had a deagle, so it's not too huge. That is dropping the bomb, though? No.
That's
the bomb got abandoned.
Yep.
With 20 seconds left, well, they're going to be picking it up. If you haven't been watching the first couple of maps, we're getting scared because on Inferno, there are at least 3 rounds where NaVi simply ran out of time on the Terror side where they could have had the bomb here. Flusher going for it. Oh, God. He executed with so little time. 6 seconds, 4 seconds. They're going to pick up the bomb. They will be able to put it down this time, and Flusher can't stop it. Now it's a 1-on-2, but still, what a scare. C's going to shut it down. Oh, that's going to get your pulse rising.
I cannot believe that almost just happened.
I mean, imagine if there's even 1 second less left, and they might have made it. That might have been the end.
Yeah. Actually, yeah. That was so ridiculously close. But Guardian has his op, and no double op or any kind of op on Fnatic, actually. They prioritize nades instead. Putting 4 players outside at first. Oh, nice. I like the double nade into main. In case Guardian tried to get in there to take a peek early. Instead, Guardian is going to alley. So they are going to their default play here, NaVi. This is what they love to do. Get some control up in Brown Halls, poke their nose around here, make sure that Fnatic have to be honest, and then spread out for alley as well to make sure that Fnatic don't really have anywhere to push on the map. What do you think, Moses?
I love those noises.
Yeah, right?
They're great.
It's all about the Western. Now they've added the R8 in as well. It's perfect.
I didn't think you would bring that up this whole weekend. That was kind of like your trigger on the first day. I could watch like the veins in your forehead just like start pulsing and that brought up.
Well, Valve, I told Valve, right, you'll never create anything that I could hate more than the Zeus, and they just looked at me and said, challenge accepted.
It's
ready.
your fault.
That's kind of a nice grenade from Flusher there. I mean, it didn't connect fully, but I appreciate the attempt anyway. 11-8, and Flusher getting ready here to the sidewalk. Flash on in once, Molotov to push him out to the side as well, and spraying through the smoke. Actually, NaVi probably going to get the bomb hunt through here. They hunt down Flusher, very aggressive move. Guardian trading the kill as Edward goes down, and this is looking very good here. NaVi need this round. They got to stop Fnatic. This is the first buy round for Fnatic on the second half, and they're not looking too good right now. They're a whole man down. Seized is down to 4 health as well, but Guardian hitting these shots with the AWP, and that should worry Fnatic. Seized is going to be dropping down. JW trying to be up on the train here, looking for the approach, and JW's going to get the kill. Dennis flanking around and headshotting Flamey, and now it's on Zeus. They can't block him off with smokes. It's a 1-on-2. He's trying to get in here, playing right at the edge. He gets the headshot, going to go for it. He stops the defuse as well. What a clutch from Zeus. That's a double kill for him, and not an easy position to play.
No kits on Fnatic either that round, or else that could have been, that might have even just been defused flat out. But yeah, really nice round from NaVi. I love that play by Edward. Once they get into the inner bomb site, once they force Flusha, back, he's spamming through the smoke. Edward just keeps pushing forward, jumps right through it, gets aggressive down the train lanes. So when they rotate, all of a sudden they have someone up in their face they have to deal with. They can't just flat out swing wide and start taking long range battles. That helps buy Guardian time. It helps them find angles at those ranges to be effective.
That's what has to happen. It's ever since even the older version of Train, if you sat back on the bomb and didn't do anything to challenge the CTs, you'll eventually just get sandwiched in there, just get crunched. So Edward, basically NaVi, being so familiar with the map, he just decides to get the job done. And that puts Fnatic back onto pistols here in this next round. So again, NaVi still in control, and a fairly solid round from them. But this is one of those rounds where they really just have to farm. They can't afford to face Dennis and give him headshots. They can't afford to run into Olafmeister with the CZ. They just need to survive all 5 and maintain that money.
Here's the only flaw, Semler, in what you said. You don't give Dennis headshots, he just takes them.
He takes.
JW also going to take a kill then. Oh, Olafmeister, very, very important frag there for Seas. That could have been awful. JW's going to go down to Edward as well, so they're bringing it back here. I do want to point out, Dennis is still in here somewhere with that deal, and everyone is going to be a little bit on edge when that's the case. Edward, smart play, good positional play as well to drop down Flusher, and now it's a 2-on-4. Dennis playing close range here. Seas just, okay, gonna run him over.
Drive by. All right, and now
he got trucked. Good round. I mean, when
Still
you lose that entry,
Fnatic.
it's so scary, isn't it?
Yeah, especially, it's JW gets that kill there, but there was 2 members of NaVi clearing out those halls. It was Edward was with, I believe that was Seized.
Yeah.
And Edward throws the nade and then just leaves them. And box halls hasn't even been fully cleared out. So I mean that's just a small mistake that could have turned into a disaster if JW picks up that AK. I mean we all know the plays he can make, but now look, now they have the sniper rifles out. Olaf with an AWP, Dennis with the auto. Now it could be trouble for NaVi if they try and execute on this outer bomb site.
This is what we were waiting for. That setup with the Scar 20 as well. And well, there's the shot onto Olaf. Nice nade damage onto him, pretty much max damage. So he took that and took a bite out of it. Took off half his face.
Seized. Still playing pretty close here, and some grenade damage returned. Zeus dropping very low. Molotov greens in as well. Can he actually get this bomb down somewhere? Guardian is going to get the first opening frag with Flusher immediately with a return. Not a lot of grenades left here on NaVi's side, and not a lot on Fnatic's side either. How are they going to go for this? Bomb hasn't been planted yet, and Fnatic seem to think that this is going to be happening. This is a huge fake from NaVi. And Fnatic, well, they've eaten it raw. There's still a smoke lift that they can get onto connector here. That's going to make life very hard for Fnatic. Dennis going down, Seized in a beautiful position right now. This is going to be NaVi's chance to equalize the scoreline.
what a play from NaVi. Completely fooled Fnatic. All of them are full-blown dedicated to that B bomb site, thinking everyone from NaVi is there. And they get outside before Fnatic even realizes it.
Yeah.
I mean, that fake was sold for a long time in that round. And look at how, actually they do, I mean, that's the only benefit for Fnatic here is that they do pick up the auto sniper, they do pick up the AWP that was dropped. I mean, that could have been a very expensive round loss.
It was all on Seized, really. Seized managed to push down all the way through, clear out that A site before Navi committed. And he's just sitting there ready and waiting for that rotation, even though Guardian was the one to pick up the kill. Really nice execution job there from Navi. And, well, yeah, they're tying it up. And, well, Fnatic, they are going to have the money to go for a buy in this scenario. That's not too much of an issue for them. But they need to get that. They need to get that Scar 20 in a good position. You know, you want to kind of have him in link. Oh, I get right. You know, way back in the day, just sit there, spam through the smoke as they try to run onto inner sight. Get it somewhere where it can at least get some tags.
I think the danger for them in sitting in link right now, like you normally would, is that Guardian has that shot that he puts through the wall. He knows a good angle to shoot right through, so it's going to be a little bit tricky for them to try and do that. They could just try and sit in an off angle, I suppose. Either way, it is 11-11 into the 23rd round of the 4th map here, and it's Olofmeister to open up with a kill. Crims with a strong follow-up. Guardian taking one, and Olofmeister walking right into that shot. Flamey, if he got that kill, that could have cracked open the whole A-bomb site here. It's 3-on-3. Flamey quite low on health, but NaVi, they're going to commit to it anyway here. Not even a thought to go back, and that might have been a bit dangerous here. Now Guardian all alone behind Electric. So many players still left alive for Fnatic, and this should be their round. After losing quite a few in a row here, they finally pick one up.
What a change of pace from NaVi. That almost caught Fnatic completely off guard, getting out mid like that so quickly. They get the opening 2 kills, but then a stop sign just pops up. So Fnatic hold on to it just ever so slightly. Crims with that kill at the bomb train was crucial. The most advanced position of one of the NaVi members, and he takes him out. So then from there, it's, you know, they're kind of stable behind all their cover that they have in the train yard.
Neither of these teams really have a stable economy to build off of right now either. I mean, kills going both ways. They save the AWP for Olaf, but they don't. They just ditch the Scar 20. It doesn't look like Dennis wants to have anything to do with that anymore. And so Navi with that change of pace, it was nearly effective. Olaf is actually posted up looking into Brown Halls now, and that push is going to be coming in from Navi. There's the bait. Guardian there to hold the angle, and now Olaf, he's in a fantastic spot to just get shot in the face. Luckily for him, Flush is there coming in from Connector, but Zeus will be able to get onto this bomb site. He can get in here and actually get the plant, but I don't, does he realize he has the bomb?
Oh my god.
Does he realize he's so far forward?
Zeus, yeah, if he dies for the bomb here, that's going to be a disaster. He's doing a little bit of damage here, but he's got to get back. And finally, you think you realize maybe someone called it in on TeamSpeak then. Flamey in the back lines here as well, putting out a bit of a Molotov, and he's still a 3-on-3. Dennis picking up a big kill here, going for a second one. He's doing a lot of damage. Flamey's trapped in behind the train, and he's going to get the first kill, and now it's a 2-on-1. Guardian with the AWP close range executes JW, and now it's a 1-on-1. Crims down there, he's got the kid, he's holding it in. He's just going to stick it. Guardian, is he going to get the time? He peeks once, and there's the defuse. Guardian going to get the shot in.
Did you see that?
He didn't realize.
He got caught on the door. Guardian got caught on the edge.
He also had his knife out, so he had to switch his gun over.
He peeked out far.
Look, I think he gets caught.
Do you think so?
I think he gets caught on the. It looked like for a second there, because I think he's just like, you know, he's tapping AD, and I think he gets caught on the edge or something there, because there was that moment's hesitation.
But I mean, he could have got the kill
way.
the first time around, so.
But how would he have not heard the diffuse? There was no smoke going off. There was nothing.
Pius, I mean, he was running back, so it could have been that Crims just taps it when he's like max distance from it.
Speaking of which, Crims had a smoke. Like,
Yeah.
I was surprised to not see him drop it on the bomb.
Especially when Guardian has an op.
Yep.
I think Crims saw it coming, that Guardian would rotate up, so he just thought, I'm just going to hold it. Because the extra second to pull out smoke, I mean,
Then it gives Guardian that 1 second to take the shot.
it's one of those things, like, we can analyze it with perfect hindsight afterwards. Once you're in it, it's so hard to sort of come up with the right answer. Crims did, and it's going to be 13-11, 25th round. This is very scary for NaVi. They've put in a lot of work here in the second half. But right now, Fnatic 3 rounds away from winning the Grand Finals.
Yeah, that's the setup now. And now, while Navi, they realize just how close it is. They're really slowing down this pace. And Olofmeister's going to catch out Guardian. And it's just not going to be working out here for Navi. Zeus quickly rotating in. Crims is already waiting in Pop Dog, though. So if Zeus decides to go down here, he heard the windows go, it looks like. Zeus point blank misses the shot. Crims is going to spray him down. And now the crossfire is established for this A main push if he were to come through. But Navi instead trying to shift things up. They're heading back over towards B. They can go through inner. They've only got 20 seconds left.
Yeah, well.
And they give up, I see.
Yep.
They're just going to be holding on to the stuff.
I mean, if they lose these guns now, oh, look at JW. This is just ruthless.
No. Oh, there we go. Flamey. Edward, yeah, exactly. 100% shot. You can't miss that.
But this is just, I mean, they have to save at that point. There's too much that they have to do to get into that bomb site. They don't know if there's 2 people there, and then they just lose the guns. I mean, now they're really in a lot of trouble, and they use their pause. They know it. They've got to talk over this round because now, it's so crazy with Fnatic because they were getting beaten up this whole half, and then all of a sudden they win a round, and then they go on the streak. It's like as soon as they win that first one, it's like they figure something out.
It's more like NaVi unable to get their heads back in the game once they lose that first, once that perfect streak is going, you know, and then all of a sudden like, no, you know, the bump in the road.
It's what it feels like. Whenever we get close, it was the same on the first 2 maps, right? Whenever we get close and the pressure is really on, something about NaVi that it's not quite working.
You know where the real brilliance of this half came in was that round 3 rounds ago, the last one that NaVi won, round 22, where those 3 members saved the gun. Because it was the auto sniper they managed to pick up. What that does is that prevents NaVi from having, you know, they're in complete economic control. And then there's finally the best buy that Fnatic has. They save those guns, and it prevents NaVi from keeping control of the economy because they have another full buy essentially from saving those weapons. And if they go for it there, if they lose those guns, then all of a sudden they're going to be back onto a save, and then you know the rounds are they can't contest the rounds as powerfully.
I mean, if you're on NaVi right now, if you're Zeus, if you're Starix, someone's going to have to make a call about what the play is going to be, and because we're at 14-11, you know once that first shot rains in for Fnatic, if it's a kill, the whole team knows what, like, that's a bell that's ringing in the end for your team, right? You know that's coming, so you've essentially got to play the next 5 rounds just flawlessly. You've got to somehow, like, make that work. I mean, I would be scared to make any call right now if I was on NaVi, just knowing that that's on you.
Yeah, there we go.
I liked them speeding things up and getting out mid quickly. I mean, that was something that caught Fnatic hugely off guard. That was a round that I thought NaVi should have won when they get the initial 2 kills. They just collapse after that, though.
Zeus is not really putting that energy into the high fives, though. That is something to take note there. Sean called him out on it yesterday, and doesn't look like Zeus has really changed too much. He's just thinking all about this round and what the call is going to be. And he has a Tech 9, 3 rifles, and the AWP on Guardian, so at least NaVi have that going for themselves.
Well, set up here with 3 initially outside for the A bomb sites, 2 quick inside. So Fnatic may be worried about a quick sort of push into the B bomb site, and they would have been ready for that anyway. JW recommitting to the smoke. NaVi with the bomb down by Ivy here.
They're so light on nades, though, Fnatic. They really don't have a whole lot to hold them off. JW and Ali with the incendiary, but he's holding so close to this smoke. He's going to have to start thinking about backing off at some point, or he's going to be too far forward to commit. And yeah, there it is. They push right through. No chance for him to get away. And that forces Dennis now to have to worry about his flank. He's going to get shot in the back here. They barely let him get around that corner. Nice flash to slow things down. But Crims is there to catch out Zeus, and Dennis takes at least 1 man with him.
3-on-3, Crims on 1 health, and he goes down immediately. Guardian with a shot on Olofmeister, and all on Flusher now, 1-on-3. I don't think they have any clue where he is. Bomb going to be attempted. They almost line up. That would have been very scary, but it works out. NaVi surviving 3 members, making it to 12-14. Apart from JW going down due to sort of the timing of the smoke disappearing and all that stuff, I mean, seemed like a well-coordinated round for NaVi.
Yeah, especially because, I mean, we haven't seen too many of those or explosions like that out of NaVi early on in these rounds. And part of it was because, you know, you commented on the nades and Fnatic side, they didn't have very many. They didn't have very many on NaVi's as well. You know, they didn't have time to, you know, have these long, drawn-out rounds where they can smoke things and clear things out and then kind of decide where to go from there. They had to make a decisive decision.
Oh, here we go. Straight into the Edward blender. It's a good brand. He gets 2 kills. And, well, Fnatic are down 2 players.
I mean, really good job on Edward. It's one of those things that, like, against most teams, you just wouldn't expect it. Like, even if you hear someone running, your mind is probably going to be telling you it must be like in Pop Dog. Like, it can't be right around this corner, surely. Zeus coming into it. Nice transfer right onto Flusher, and 13-14 most certainly going to happen here. Olof may be good with the deagle as well, but I don't see him getting 5 headshots here.
Oh, ye a little faith.
No faith at all.
Yeah, can't pull it, Dennis. Dennis is good. Dennis is just like, you know, gives him a pat. He's like, don't worry, I'll teach you later, man. It's all good. Over the holidays.
22 kills on Guardian.
Well, he's woken up at least.
Yeah, that's very good to see him showing up. And look at this buy out of Fnatic, though. It's very... I mean, there's a CZ on the JW. Famas on Crim, still a little bit light on utility. No kits across the board. And, you know, Olaf, JW, and Crims only have 1 nade each.
Yeah, again, it's going to be hard. They're going to be very hard pressed now that NaVi have everything they need. Incendiaries, Molotovs, smokes, the full gamut. So this is where it starts getting really tricky here for Fnatic. They need to hit those shots. And again, JW chooses to go up close. With the CZ75, though, it's not too bad if he trades early. If C's tries to push him, he might be able to catch him off guard here.
Yeah, he's so dangerous in these positions as well, JW, because so I think especially when he just has like a Max 7 or a CZ, he doesn't care as much, and he just goes for that little bit extra, and it catches the timing just when you don't expect it as well. He does have the smoke in hand, and NaVi a little bit weary as well.
Yeah.
And he's got backup now, which is a little bit better. I mean, he can play a distraction here if they get close.
That's what you would think. Exactly. With Olafmeister here, oh, but there, the Molotov, and it's just too far away. JW just drops that smoke, says nope, not having any of it, and now they realize deep Molotov going in there. There's the close flash. JW looked away. There's the pre-fire, and he's got to get one with him at least.
A lot of trading afterwards, and it turns out in favor of NaVi here. Dennis and Flusher are going to be left. Flusher running through the fire as well. He's all alone. Guardian hitting another shot is a double kill for him. And well, Flusher with a kill there on Flamey. Almost get caught with a grenade out there. Sue's going to come for him, and he's going to win it. It's tying the scoreline up at 14-14. NaVi's still in this game, and Fnatic, there was a bit of a shoddy buy, and I mean, where they are now, this could go the full distance. This is a nuts grand final right now. We've got 2 maps that end 16-14 in favor of Fnatic. Then NaVi come back with a 3rd map, 16-6, completely crushing Fnatic on Mirage. And now, well, we're going the distance again, it seems.
Yeah, there's no chance for even Fnatic to go for the win here. They don't have enough money to even have any semblance of a solid force buy. So they're going to have to play for overtime now. And NaVi, once again, they take control back of this match.
No, well, NaVi actually, wow, Edward just not wasting any time at all.
Oh, didn't spot the guy on the train.
Then. He's going to go right out. Yeah, Flusha with the P250. He's close. What a shot from Flusha, though. He doesn't manage to follow up on Flamey, but then that could set it up here for Crims to go for a little bit of a peekaboo moment. And yeah, just flat spray. Doesn't hit anything, though. JW, he's going to get caught as well. So, man, just Edward, though, really charging out there. No fear at all from NaVi in this round.
I don't know how he didn't spot the guy on the train. That's a couple times now. I feel like it's Edward who we...
4x3.
Think that's it?
Dun, dun, dun.
I think he was focused. I think he really do think so. I think he was focused on something else. He has an idea about where the player is going to be, and that's all he thinks about. So, oh, good shot from JW, but not going to matter. C's will take him down. 15-14. It is the last round of this map, unless we go into overtime here. And look at the buy for Fnatic. W here on Olafmeister without the armor. Not that many grenades, but it's not completely bad either. NaVi, what is that now? What, 4 rounds in a row that they've called really well here on the terrorist side, and need last one.
All started with that pause, and yeah, 1 away from just closing off this this comeback. Essentially, is what 14-11 it was.
Yeah, I think at 14-11 they take a break. Then they go into calling 4 rounds in a row that are very well called. And
this is a changeup though. 2 ops on the T side.
Actually, you're right with Seized. And Seized is looking for an aggressive push out alley. Now it's going to be Guardian walking into Olafmeister's crosshairs, and the timing doesn't work. Olafmeister, he hesitates.
Simply beautiful by Guardian.
Oh no, now the pressure is all on Fnatic. They've rotated everybody over towards this B site. It's only Crims left in Z, but he can get in here very quickly. A fresh smoke goes down a block off lower, and this is going to be the moment. NaVi, can they go crashing onto this site, or is it all going to be a fake once again?
They did it once, and it was beautiful. Fnatic ate the whole fake, and this time around the bomb is being brought back. But Fnatic, they may have learned. And actually, Crims, he goes back to check it. Instant shot down by Seized. Molotov smoke goes up into connector as well. Fnatic 3 versus 5 right now. NaVi, they may be doing the impossible here. Zeus is going to be going down, and the bomb is being planted with 30 seconds left. Dennis with a sick shot there on Guardian, but it's traded just beforehand as Flusha does get the kill. It's now a 2-on-3, and Dennis walking in. Edward with a high ground advantage here. He's going to get shot down. Great double kill from Dennis, looking for the triple. He doesn't reload, and that's going to get him killed. Flamey NaVi with a shot there, and now JW in a 1-on-2, and this one is going to be for the map. He's got very little time. He has to push up, no grenades at all, looking for the last two NaVi members. And I think he might be playing this one a little bit too slowly, even the Molotov. That's going to be it, ladies and gentlemen. 16-14. And NaVi, they're going to put us on to a final and 5th map of the Grand Finals.
Yeah, not just an astounding comeback in that map, just an absolutely unreal comeback in this series. These first two maps losing 16-14, especially the fashion in which they did.